Welcome to Chef Din's cooking tutorials. Today I'm going to make something completely different. I'm going to show you how to make my special sourdough bread. It's so soft and delicious, and I'm going to show you today how to make it. So follow my instructions carefully and you too can enjoy this bread. I've been making this bread for over 2 years now, and it was only in the last 6 months that I found that adding the sugar and the olive oil made a complete different type of recipe, and it's just the way I like it. So it's taken me lots of trial and error to create the bread I like. So basically what I would do is start this process about 12 noon and first feed my starter and let that rise for probably about 4 hours or so at room temperature, and then I would start my process about 5 o'clock and then stretch and fold the bread throughout the evening for the 6 times it needs stretch and folding, and just then leave it out overnight, which works perfect for me. I have a group on Facebook called BRI Restaurant Style Curries, so if you want more advice and more ideas, please join this group and you'll find a lot more information. Put all of it in and with a spoon mix it and incorporate it all together. Once you've done this, use your hand to give it a knead for a minute or two. Just bring it all together. Then get yourself a plastic container, make sure it has a lid, and place the mixture in the container. We're going to keep this mixture for 1 hour, then we'll come back to it and put some water on your hand. It'll stop the dough sticking to your hand, and this is the stretch and fold. Now this stretch and fold, we have to do it and repeat it 6 times every half an hour. Then you leave it overnight, and in the morning this is what it should look like. Get yourself a bowl like this, or you can use any bowl with a cloth in it if you haven't got these type of bowls. Sprinkle it with rice flour. Sprinkle it well because we don't want the mixture to stick. Take out your dough mixture. We're going to make 2 loaves with this. If it's hard to get out, use like a spatula or scraper, they call it. A bread scraper, that's the best name for it. Take it all out. Try not to break it up too much. Try to get it out in one go. This is going to make 2 loaves of bread. Get some flour, put it on your hand so it doesn't stick, and make sure that you've dusted the surface down as well. It's very important so it doesn't stick to the surface. Cut it in half. As you can see, it's stuck to the surface a little. Not to worry, we're going to just move one section apart while we do the other section. This is the tricky part. This will take you time to learn how to do it. It took me ages, so you know, I'm no expert, but I've learned how to make this sourdough bread and it comes out perfect now, so be patient. That's it, flap it over. Now pull it towards you, tucking it in, a bit like rolling a cloth, making it tight. Then pull it towards you gently. Try not to rip the dough. Gently. That's it. You're using the traction of the surface to bring it towards you, and you're tucking it in slowly. This will take you a while to learn, so I wouldn't worry too much, but take your time. Then basically you want to put the top side down, then cover it with flour so it doesn't stick while it's rising. Then repeat the process with the other one. Once you've done this process, get yourself a cloth and cover the bread. Now it needs to rise double or a little bit more. This stage will take anything from 1 to 2 hours depending on the temperature of your room, so keep an eye on it. With a sharp razor blade, just make a cut right in the center of the bread and also 2 on the side. This will help the bread to rise and let the air escape as well. Now we're ready to put the bread in the oven at 275 degrees. We'll leave it to bake for 10 minutes, then turn it down to 240 for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we will take the lid off as such and leave it to bake for another 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, our bread is done. Beautiful. Put it on a wire rack and let it cool down for a couple of hours at least before you try it. Perfect. Every time you're ready to bake another bread, you must remember to preheat the Dutch oven to 275 for about 30 minutes before you start the process of baking another loaf. Wait a couple of hours at least before you cut into it, because hot bread is not good. It's very doughy and chewy. And there you go, nice slices. To prove my point, you can make it. A few days later, my wife had a go, as you can see, and her bread came out perfect as well. I had to give her a bit of coaching, but this was her first time she made it, and she followed my instructions. There you go. So I hope you try this recipe, because it is very nice bread, and after a little while you'll find that you will get it right as well. But you will have to have a few mistakes first, so don't worry too much about it. I was just showing her there just to how to do it. So. With a little help, hopefully now she will become an expert making bread. I hope you enjoy my sourdough bread recipe. It's taken me a long time to get it just perfect, nice and soft, as you can see, and now it's just right for me. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this bread, and I hope you enjoy it. It also makes really good French toast, so let me know what you think. Bye for now.